What is up, guys? Beats here, and I apologize once more for the atrocious lighting. I'm actually doing this at nighttime, which I never usually do, but I wanted to get this video out to you guys just so you guys can know my thoughts. Sorry for the shakiness. Again, work in progress. Eventually, I'm actually going to be getting a better camera. Now, last time I did a SpiderMan PS4 review. This game right here. But I told you guys I would save the DLCs for another video. So, that being said, let's get into it. So I switched positions. I know it seems a bit weird, just so I can give you guys a little bit more of a better angle and better lighting. That way it won't look so amateurish. But today I'm going to be talking about the DLCs for this game right here, and helping me out is Coszmo himself.
Hi.
Which he'll be adding his opinions as well as mine in this video. So go ahead and like for Coszmo, guys. First up, you guys know I already gave the main game a 9.5 out of 10. I thought the game was amazing. The suits were okay, but they were great. I think my rating might have changed to like a 8.5, considering the suit selection that we've gotten wasn't exactly the best, but it's still about a 9, 9.5. I'm pretty split between that. It was a great game. I mean, very much I can complain about in it, because they've given us something that we'll always and always love. But I've already talked about the main game. This is going to be about the DLCs that have followed the main game. So if you guys don't know, The City That Never Sleeps is a 3 DLC expansion. And it is for the price of 25 buckaroos, or Australian currency. Coszmo will fix it however much it was in Australian dollars. But in American currency, it was 25 bucks. I think it was like 26 or maybe even like 30 in Australian. I'm not sure how their currency works really, but Coszmo will put that in. So the first DLC was called The Heist. Now, this was the first DLC we have gotten after the main game had concluded, and I can't remember the exact dates on when we got it. I'm sure Coszmo can put that right here. It was the first out of the 3. And I have to say that this was a very, very underwhelming DLC. And I'll tell you why. There are 3 points that make this a real... I'm going to be doing 3 points for each DLC. The suit selection, the length, and the content within the DLC. Number 1, the suit selection. Pretty mediocre. I mean, there's only one suit that I like in that whole DLC. In this DLC, we got the Resilient Suit, the Spider UK suit, and the Scarlet Spider Suit Mark II. I don't like the Resilient Suit. I know I said I liked it in my Dear Insomniac games, but the more I played with it, and the more I've actually seen it in game, it's just really bipolar. The suit itself, the top part looks like Sam Raimi, the body looks like a symbiote kind of thing, and I just don't think that the two styles mesh well together. If you really wanted to pull off this symbiote classic Spider-Man look, I actually did a photo, by the way, shameless self-plug, I actually edited a photo of the Spider-Man suit getting taken over by symbiote. That looks pretty cool in my opinion, and I think that's how they should have did it.
Which is someone's photo art for their song. Sorry, got a cough.
But this Resilient Suit is like a metallic, and I think that's what really kills it for me. I think the reason I don't like this is the eyes. I know the eyes are kind of cool, because it's kind of like Steve Ditko would draw in the old comic books, and I know what they were going with for that. But in reality, it's too bipolar. But the back of the suit doesn't look exactly awful. I mean, the spider, it looks okay. I mean, if the whole suit looked like the chest part, I think it would be a pretty cool suit. Not symbiote, but kind of symbiote inspired. It's just like the top half of it being red and metallic. I think that's really what kills the suit. I think if they got rid of the metallic, I think it would have worked better, but as of right now, the Resilient Suit isn't really that good. Cut. suit isn't really that good. Cut. Isn't really that good. Say your thoughts about the suit.
Ah, right, sorry. So the suits for the Heist DLC, I do not like. Except the Scarlet Spider Mark II. That's the only one I like, but it's still not my favorite suit. The weird silver one that he was talking about, the Res something, I don't like it because there is too much silver on it, and the red part, like he said, it looks like the Sam Raimi suit, and it seems like they were trying to use that as the Sam Raimi suit before they had it in the game. So they're like, you don't have the Sam Raimi suit now, but just use this before you get it. And the silver on it with the red, it kind of looks like a customization suit, like that the player makes, getting two suits that are different and putting them together. Because the red, yes, the webs on it are like silver and the red's shiny, but it just doesn't work with the silver because it's like Spider-Man just got a silver suit here and then picked up a random one of his masks and put that on. The red and the silver, in my opinion, just does not flow. And the UK suit, it just looks really ugly. It looks like one of those it looks like one of those mint lollies. If I know the name of it, I'll put it on screen now. It doesn't look exactly like that, but it just reminds me of it. And how can they get a UK suit? Where's an Australian suit? Come on, what the hell? Where's an American suit? Come on, but yeah, I know I'm skinny, by the way, but that's not the point. Where's the Japanese suit? Why UK? And the UK out of everyone, like, we all hate the UK. I probably shouldn't say that. We all hate someone from the UK. Angry midget. And I don't even hate the UK suit because they made a UK suit and not a suit for the other countries. Just the UK suit looks really ugly and not like the flag at all. Like, yeah, it's got the little thing here, like, that's what it looks like. It just does not look like a UK suit. It's got like this green blue thing. Does not look good at all, and the logo on it. What happened to a spider? It's Spider-Man, not UK man, not weird symbol man. I have no problem with the Scarlet Spider suit Mark II. It's just not my favorite suit in the game. They've made better suits. I don't have any problem with it. It's a fine suit. I just like other suits better. See you in the next shot. Face reveal.
The Spider UK suit. Now, I was very reluctant to give this suit a chance because, I mean, it's not exactly terrible, as you guys can see. It's not terrible. I mean, it's not bad. I do kind of like the whole blue aspect of it. It's definitely better than the Resilient suit. The spider in the back looks really nice. I do like the accents of the white and the web shooters on his arms. They look pretty sick. You know, the spider right here. I don't think the suit looks as bad. I just think we could have got a better suit. But seeing the Resilient suit and seeing what suits that we've actually gotten, I think it's one of the ones that, yeah, I can say, yeah, it's a good suit. Should it have taken a DLC place? No. Do I think it should have been on the main? Yes. I do think this the UK suit should have been in the main suits, not the DLC suits. But all in all, it's not bad. The more I play with it and the more I like it, it's not bad. I mean, it's a suit, it's a Spider-Man suit. At least it isn't all wonky looking, and at least it's a good suit. Then my one favorite suit from the first DLC will have to go to the Scarlet Spider, 2. That's because, like, the whole body is red except for the feet and, like, this area and the eyes. It looks really beast, and I've actually used it, and oh my god, is that a great suit. I mean, of course, I really wish there was reactive eyes, because I think that's kind of my thing. But at the same time, I know why they didn't, because it would have gone against the whole comic book canon with the suit. Suit's great. I mean, there's not much I can say. It looks badass. It looks really good in cutscenes. The red on it definitely pops out, especially with the black. I do like how the front spider is black and the back spider is red. Web shooters you can't really see. They're not really visible, but that's okay. The suit itself it's decent. I like it. Honestly, it's badass, and it's probably my favorite suit out of the DLC. Going into the second category will be the length of the DLC. This one was definitely really short. An hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on what difficulty and how you complete it. About an hour to 2 hours, hour and a half. It took me about an hour and a half to actually beat it. It's weird. I don't exactly have a problem with it, the lengthwise. I mean, of course, it's just a DLC. But I just kind of... I thought it was going to go longer. I thought there was going to be a little more content than what we got. The length of the game was kind of abysmal, if that's the right term to use. It's just very... It's okay for what it is, but at the same time, it's the first DLC, so I can give it a little bit of leniency, but just because I like the game doesn't mean I'm going to go easy on it. No. I can't accept that it was that short. I think that if we're paying 25 bucks to get three DLCs, that it should have been a little longer, and this one felt way too short for what it is. So, you know, gloves are off. I can't sugarcoat it. We should have got it longer. We should have at least been, you know, should have at least gone on for just a little bit.
So yes, I changed this because the mask is just, I can't do it. I can see better with this. Might not be able to talk better, but you know, it's good for now. I can't wait till I get a cat mask. So the length of this, oh god, okay. So the length of this, I'm sort of okay with it for a DLC. If I knew that it was like an hour to 2 hours long, I would have just live streamed the whole thing, because if you look at my channel, link in the description, I did like up to two to 3 to 4 videos on each of the DLCs, and they were all like an hour to 2 hours long, so I really could have just done a live stream with it. I'm kind of mad about that. But I personally have no problem with the DLC length of the story, because like it's just a DLC. I do wish there was more to each of them, but you know, it's a DLC, it's not a full game, and plus you got the extra side missions that they've added to it. So you can see my list. So like the full game plus the side missions, that's like, you know, it's some extra, I don't know, math. That's my thoughts on, yeah. Also, notice how I like got a little themey. Like I kind of look like Spider-Man when he got the first suit. Yeah, okay, you get it.
The length, and finally the third, the quality of the content we got. I did like how there was a Beast kind of storyline with the whole collectible aspect of it. I won't spoil anything, but I definitely have to say that I'm glad that I actually played the getting the old paintings or whatever it was. It was that. I don't even know why I'm saying that, but the collecting the old paintings, I did like that, and there's actually a good reward for it once it's done. You're like, oh, okay. it makes you think and everything else, and but yeah, honestly, cut that. I'm sorry, I forgot to say, put your thoughts on the length of it. I blinked, but just go ahead and put your thoughts on the length of it.
Yeah, you didn't give me a chance to speak, but with the power of editing, no one knows that.
Also, there were screwball missions. They do get a tad bit annoying, but it's kind of cool. Like, I know that they're trying to go for a lore, but it was really annoying in this first DLC. Definitely, you know, not really worth the time. But I know that they were trying to set up the whole lore of the whole screwball thing, which I can forgive. I mean, at least there was some extra content to do, and it wasn't bad. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't bad. The main story, I'm kind of divided on. I liked it. Like I said, I really don't want to spoil anything, but I liked it. I thought the whole Black Cat and Peter Parker thing that was going on there was decent enough. I liked the aspect of them trying to go into the past, kind of have a glimpse in the past, but I felt like they didn't do that enough. The whole time, the whole story is pretty much you chasing Black Cat, and I understand chasing a cat thing, but the thing is, when you finally do get her, spoiler, when you finally do get her on your team, it's such a short-lived kind of thing that it kind of doesn't make up for the whole chasing her aspect of it. Like, you find out information, you find out everything, and you find out why she's doing what she's doing. It's just, it's not really explained enough, if it is explained. I feel like they kind of were too scared to go down the route that they were going. I definitely do think they took a risk with it, and I'm all for taking risks, but it just felt way too short. The suit selection wasn't the best, and the content that we've gotten didn't really justify it for it to be a DLC. I felt like that could have been in the main game. It felt like the DLC 1 could have been in the main game, and then it start off with the DLC 2, which would be DLC 1, and we would even get like an extra DLC or something like that. But I feel like DLC 1 could have easily been part of the main game that led up to the DLCs. I don't think that it should have been a DLC by itself, because it's kind of abysmal and not really interesting as a just DLC. Because if you didn't buy the whole City That Never Sleeps and you just bought this specific DLC, I feel like it wouldn't really be worth the time or money because of how short it is, the suit selection, and just the overall grind of it didn't really fit. And I feel like it was just kind of, oh yeah, they kind of walled this content off just to make money off of it. And I don't want to think that about this Spider-Man game. I really don't, and that's just kind of what I felt about this first DLC.
I completely agree with the thing you said about how it's not worth it for the money because of how short it is. Because it's really not. If you want to spend $20, $30 on one of them, because like maybe you don't have enough money or something, and you just want to play one of them, I would personally suggest saving up, or don't get it at all and watch it on YouTube, because even the suits aren't really worth it. And even that's for the rest of the DLCs. The suits aren't that good. The best suit you're gonna get is probably the Sam Raimi suit, which is free, and all the other ones that are in the main game, which you can get easily. So I would not recommend getting the DLCs if you only have like the one, like enough money for one. If you have enough money for all of them, go ahead. But if you only want to get one, nah. I sort of agree about how they could have added it to the main game, but I sort of don't. I do because, yeah, it was really short and they probably could have. But also, if you didn't have money for the DLCs, it would, skip about some. I'll put it on screen what you gotta skip to, yeah, right here. If they had it in the DLCs, how it ends with, again, spoiler, with Black Cat dying, and then it says to be continued. If they had that in the main game, and then you got to buy the DLCs, some people can't buy the DLCs, so that would kind of suck. So that's one reason why I don't agree with it. I do agree with it somewhat because, opportunity for another DLC, and it would be a great way to introduce the DLCs. And I also don't agree with it because I feel like it would kind of push away the actual main story between, spoiler alert, I just went American, skip a bit, for, it would kind of push away the Doc Ock it would kind of push away the Doc Ock story and kind of have people, like, making this their main objective even if it's a side mission, which I think would kind of ruin the purpose. So that's my opinion. Yeah.
DLC 2, Turf Wars. Let's go ahead with the number 1. The suit selection. We have the Spider Armor MK1 or Mark 1. I'm not a huge fan of this suit, but I can understand why people would want it. It's reflective. It does look kind of sick. It kind of looks like knight's armor or whatever. It's not exactly bad. The chest part's pretty cool. Even though I wish it had reflective, reactive eyes, I think that it's a decent suit. It's better than the Resilient suit. I'll give them that. It's better than the Resilient suit. And it's just, all in all, it's not a bad suit. We have the Iron Spider comic book armor. This is something that the fans have actually wanted. We got the MCU version of it, but to see this, the comic book spider armor about it is really cool to see. And I do like the touch with the whole arc reactor on the chest, on the hands you see like little Tony Stark things, and on the feet as well. And it's pretty cool, especially if you have the Iron Arms ability. It turns like all gold instead of the default Iron Arms. It actually turns all gold, and I think that was like a really nice touch for Insomniac to actually do. And for that, I actually like it. The eyes are a bit weird, but it's fine. All in all, it's fine. The suit is dope. It looks like Iron Man, of course, because it's Iron Spider. So I like this suit. I thought the suit was pretty cool. At the end of the day, it's the Iron Spider suit. It's what we asked for. The back of the suit's pretty boring, honestly, because it just has that circle on the back. And it's not the best back of the suit. I feel like the front design, they could have did on the back as well. But I understand why they were trying to stick to the actual suit and how it looked in the comic books, which I commend, and I thank you for that. And then the Spider-Man manga suit. I didn't want to do the requirements to get this suit. I don't know why the suit's in the game. It's my least favorite suit. It's pretty much the manga version of the anime kind of version of Spider-Man. My least favorite suit out of the DLC. But hey, at least Turf War stepped it up and gave me 2 suits that I enjoy. And if you guys like the Spider-Man manga suit, the Spider-Clan suit, by all means, you know what I mean? I'm not going to tell you what you should like and what you shouldn't. I'm just saying that it's not one of my favorites, so it's iffy.
I really like the Mark 1 black suit, sort of. I don't want to say it's like the symbiote suit, because it's not inspiration from that at all, because it's literally a suit from I don't know if it's from the comics, but I know it's from cartoons. But I just think I like the suit a lot. It's just too black for me, way too black. I think the actual armor part should be a bit more silver, like it was in the cartoons and maybe comics. Otherwise, it would be way too symbiote. The Iron Spider suit, I'm so happy this is in. As soon as I saw the MCU one was in, I was like, where's the comic one? And now it's here, so I'm really happy for that. I like this suit. That's just it. I like it. And yeah, I like the arms, how they're all gold. That's awesome. And the animated suit, horrible. I think the 2 suits, the Armored and the Iron Spider, that was we're sorry for the other suits. It was their apology to us, and we forgave them until we got that animated suit. A lot of people like it. I am not one of those people. I do not like the suit at all. It's bad.
Number 2, the length. It is definitely longer than the first DLC, and I feel like this DLC was warranted to be an actual extension of the Spider-Man game. The content itself was great. There was a lot to do. The screwball missions come in again, and they actually feel better and not as annoying as they were in the last DLC. And it definitely was longer. It was welcomed. at least in my opinion, it was very welcome, and it wasn't as boring. It wasn't so dragged out, and not even dragged out. It wasn't so short. It wasn't so short-lived. It stayed, and it made a point to be there. This one was around maybe 2 or 3 hours. At least that's how long it took me to beat it. But I thought that this DLC was definitely really good. I actually really enjoyed this DLC, and I thought that this DLC definitely was deserving of the extension of the Spider-Man game. The content was great. Number 3, the content was great. I loved it. Honestly, the content was freaking amazing, and I thought that the content deserved to be there. Great antagonist, great motives for everyone. Even like a character that is in the main game has a great motive to go after Hammerhead, the antagonist of the second DLC. And I thought that this actually made me excited, and this cliffhanger got me. The first one had a cliffhanger, but you're just kind of like, oh, that was it. This one actually got me, and I wanted to desperately play the next one. And that's what it should do. All in all, I like that one, and I feel like it doesn't really do anything bad. I think that this one did a hell of a lot better than the first one, and nothing really bad to say about it. Just make sure you play on like a higher difficulty, because if you play it on a lower difficulty, it won't take you very long, and it won't be very challenging. And yeah, so play how you will. But yeah, Coszmo, say your thoughts. Finally, DLC 3, Silver Lining. By far, okay, I'll chill out. By far the best suit selection of the DLCs. We have the Aaron Aikman armor. I don't really like this suit, but I can understand why people do. It's a decent suit. The shoes on it look a bit weird, but everything else about the suit is really good and really cool. I don't mind it. I think that the suit's pretty cool. Kind of looks like the spider armor, but just kind of better because you actually get to see like the webbing and stuff, and I thought that was kind of cool. But definitely a great suit to get, and I'm definitely excited about it, and I actually really like it.
I do not like this suit. I do not know why, but I just don't like this suit. If you guys go to my channel and look at I think it's my first Silver Lining video, you actually get to see my first reaction to the suit. I just don't like it. I think it looks like some 8-year-old kid who's doing really well in art class just drew a picture of Spider-Man, and then you know that movie Spy Kids, when like those weird I don't know what they're called, but the F guy, how do I do the F? The F. No, that's phase.
8:30.
Shush. But yeah, like those weird creatures in that Spy Kids movie, and then like they have the clay thing, and then they mess around with it, and it looks like a head, and then they like turn it into real life, and then there's this one kid who draws a picture, and then they put the picture in real life. That's what this looks like. It looks like some 8-year-old kid who's doing really well in art class drew a picture of Spider-Man, but like he's alright doing well. Like he can get the theme of Spider-Man, he just can't get the right theme of Spider-Man. And then they just put that into real life or a game. I don't like it. No. I give it a 1 out of 10.
Next one, Cyborg Spider-Man Suit. Come on, it's Cyborg Spider-Man. I like this suit. He has like kind of like the arm that the Winter Soldier will have. He has like the little thing right here. Just like, for some reason he has a Batman belt, but that's fine. The suit's all tattered up and stuff like that. And I understand the comic regions of where this came from, but I like it. The suit itself looks so badass. And I'm so disappointed that these DLC suits don't actually have powers. Otherwise, this one would have had probably a pretty cool power in it. And I think that this suit was solid. And then we have the Into the Spider-Verse Peter Parker suit. And I like this. I'm not a real big fan of the anime manga suit that they put out. And I used the classic comic book suit in the game, but this one definitely is the animated one that I wanted. Oh, I didn't think I wanted, but now that it's here, I don't think I would have had it any other way. Has the same animation style as Into the Spider-Verse, same suit and everything, and it looks really cool, and it's just a great addition to have in this game. Number 2, the length. By far, I'm gonna just do category 2 and 3 together in this one. By far the longest and the best DLC in the City Never Sleeps DLC pack. I genuinely love this last DLC. Longer, better, best. Suit selection, I love all 3 of them. Length is great. The content in it is just such a great way to end this DLC stuff, and it's really wanting me to see the next Spider-Man game, because with what 2 and 3, what DLC 2 and DLC 3 did was actually add to the lore of Spider-Man. And it's just, I'm so glad to see that they did, because the first one really didn't really add to the lore too much. So seeing that happen in the second and third, great, especially the third one. The third DLC definitely added to the lore with characters that I think are going to come back, and characters that we're probably going to see that been hinted at, that I'm really excited to see.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I would have liked maybe a little bit more, but I like what they gave us. Maybe just a touch more they could have given us, but I like what they did give us, and I'm excited to see what they have in store for us under their sleeves. Yeah.
All in all, I'm ready to rate it. First DLC, I give it a 4 out of 10. It's very average. It's very, like a 4 or 5 out of 10. It's very average. Nothing really special about it, just kind of there. A shame that it couldn't be better. The second one, I would have to give that a 7 out of 10. I think that there were still a bit of problems in it, but I didn't think it was bad at all, so don't get me wrong on that. And I really liked it. Now, the third DLC, I've been going back and forth in my head. I have to say I would have to give it a 8.5 or a solid 9 out of 10, because the last DLC was just so good and so great. And honestly, I fell in love with it, and I cannot wait for the next game.
I quite like the first DLC. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Not any higher, because it like started off straight to the point, and then it went off the point, and then it went straight to the point again, and then bam, it had the cliffhanger, which was kind of disappointing to me. If it just kept it going, it would be higher. The second one, I'm gonna give that a 7.8 out of 10, because I like it better, and I love how it the first one does this anyway, but I love how this one like leads in to the Silver Lining DLC. And Silver Lining, I'm gonna give it I'm gonna go around where Christian is, and I'm gonna be 8.3. I'm gonna give it an 8.3 out of 10, because I love the beginning and I love the ending. I just wish I wanted more Spider-Man and Silver Sable teaming up. I wanted more, and then they just left it. I wanted more. Thank you.
But that's gonna do it for the DLC review. Hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you guys thought about it, and just always remember, Spider-Man is in our hearts. The Spider Universe is in our minds. And never, ever give up your morals. And don't let Doc Ock take your girlfriend either. But alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. Go ahead and head over to Coszmo's channel. We decided to do a collab. Let me know what you guys think and if you want to do more, well, if you want us to do more of these in the future. But see you, Coszmo.
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one. You have been the one for me. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend.
See you, Christian.
Peace out.